What is up? How are you now, Hope? Yeah, having a good one. I don't want to be the guy that keeps talking about Redfall, but maybe Redfall needs to stop doing things that puts them on the headlines time after time. Arcane is up to something, and it doesn't look like it's the thing that people want them to be up to. So, starting off with the bad, Redfall is now one of the lowest rated games on Steam of all time. Looking at it, they have a current Metacritic score of 59 and a user score for Redfall much lower at 2.9, with the PC version having a score of 1.8. That's bad. They're not the only AAA title to land themselves that low on the score. War of Three Kingdoms is the lowest rated game of all time. Flat Out 3 Chaos and Destruction is in second place. Other titles that have found themselves in the bottom 30 include Call of Duty Warzone 2 and Battlefield 2042. So they're definitely at the bottom of the barrel. And for those people who are hoping and praying that maybe Redfield becomes the next No Man's Sky with a beautiful redemption arc, I got more bad news for you, because recently there have been rumors that Arcane is already starting work on their next project. They are currently hiring to start working on their next game. Now, I don't think Xbox lets them walk away completely. I think at a minimum, Redfall has to fix the bare minimum 60 frame per second stuff that they failed to deliver and smooth out some of the bugs and do that effort. But I don't see them putting in the work that No Man's Sky did, or even Sea of Thieves did, where you add content, develop the world, give people more content based on the feedback. I don't know if they're going to go down that path. I think Arcane just wants to walk away from this project so bad because they are overwhelmed and don't know how to fix it. The reason people are saying they're already looking at moving to their next project, which some people speculate and hope it's a Deathloop 2, is because they are currently posting for new developers to come in. This has been seen. They're looking for new developers. They're bringing people in for new projects. So it seems like they're already ready to pivot, get away from Redfall. It's gone terribly. They can't fix it, and they don't know why. The bigger problem for them is not that it had bugs and that the game was poorly received. It was the fact that mechanically and story-wise, the game did not deliver. So where you look at Jedi Survivor, who did have a lot of bugs and issues with their tech and gameplay, the game, core story, and franchise still has enough support that if they finish it and fix it, the game itself can have a second life and move forward past a bad launch. Redfall, I don't think, has that option. There are franchises that have come back from this and come back from this very strongly. This doesn't look like it's going to be the one. And if the developer's already ready to move on and start talking and working on their next project 2 weeks after launch, was there even enough love and interest there to start with? Was this game a game of passion? Did they develop it with their time, effort, love in the game? If 2 weeks after launch they're just like, nah, it was bad, time to get out of here, and that may be the underlying issue. Like, the end of the day, if you don't even have enough in your heart to care about the game for 2 weeks after it launched, did you even care about it enough to launch it? Were you just working on a project you got excited about, but as it developed you just lost the love and didn't put that time and energy into it? And for Bethesda's in a real bad spot now over all of this, and even Xbox to a certain degree. Starfield has got to deliver. If Starfield doesn't deliver even at a base level, let's say it has some bugs, which we expect, it's gonna happen. Starfield's gonna have some bugs. But if the story and mechanics are there and they can work and build it, with Bethesda, If Starfield flops, it doesn't have the story and the mechanics, and it has bugs, Bethesda might be done as a publisher. Xbox might just get rid of it, bury Bethesda, it goes under, because how do you keep that alive with so much that's stacking up against it? And every time they come out with something, it just goes worse and worse. That publisher may not see a game after that. So like Arcane can start working on the next project, but if Starfield fails, Arcane might need a new home. I don't, you know, like Bethesda's in hot water, so they're going to be looking at Starfield and putting a lot of pressure on. Xbox no longer trusts Bethesda, or they shouldn't, or they should look very closely at Bethesda. So Xbox is going to be down the throat of Starfield. Starfield has some things going for it. It's a new IP. They've been very secretive. We're going to get a lot of news about Starfield next month on the 11th during Starfield Direct, but I think Xbox and Bethesda are going to be breathing down Starfield's throats to make sure that the thing is tested and complete. Or at least, if it's not at a minimum something that gamers can work with, then Bethesda's got problems far bigger than Arcane and Redfield. There's at least 5 people out there that see potential in Redfall that are going to get really disappointed when they find out that Arcane isn't going to put in the work that they think the game deserves. We'll see. It would be a shame to lose another giant publisher in the space, but maybe not a shame at all. Bethesda really has to work on how they develop these, and I think it's pretty disappointing to whatever fans are left of Redfall that the game could die such a horrible death. But we'll see what Arcane's actual process is going to look like, and whether they're going to start working on another game in the background while still focusing on fixing Redfall. But I'm not going to hold my breath that that's the case. What do you guys think? Like and subscribe. Do this stuff. You want all that? All of that. Hey there, it's Skeg Broggy. Thanks for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and follow me here on Twitch for more awesome content. Link is in the description.